Hi, I'm Thomas Toller. I'm the US Director of Exactpro Systems. Exactpro have tested market surveillance systems at stock exchanges, banks, and leading financial market infrastructure providers worldwide. In this video, we explore how market surveillance systems are tested today and how effective they are. Then we will cover the challenges of testing these systems and explore Exactpro's approach. Those who will benefit from watching would include compliance professionals, program and project managers, and product owners of market surveillance systems. How are market surveillance systems tested today? Testing is frequently performed by members of the compliance or market control functions, themselves valuable business resources, because testing requires a comprehensive understanding of the surveillance monitoring function. Are market surveillance systems today effective? Despite the widespread adoption of market surveillance systems to detect and deter market abuse and manipulation, we continue to see enforcement actions brought by the regulators. In January 2020, the CFTC ordered an Australian company to pay $1 million for spoofing that took place over a period of at least 5 years. And in October 2019, the SEC charged 18 traders in a $31 million stock manipulation scheme that spanned 6 years from 2013 to the SEC complaint in 2019. While market abuse is being prosecuted, it has often been perpetrated over a long period of time before detection. So what are the issues with the current deployments of market surveillance systems? Simply deploying a system does not absolve a firm of its regulatory responsibility. The system needs to detect the abusive and manipulative activity, and firms need to act on the alerts. The UK FCA in the September 2018 Market Watch noted that they continue to observe firms with vendor-supplied systems using out-of-the-box and industry-standard settings to calibrate their alert parameters. And they further noted that they observe firms using average peer alert volumes as a measure of the appropriateness of the calibration. Exactpro has over 10 years' experience in testing exchange, CCP, CSD, and other related systems, and has taken that experience and expertise and has now applied this to testing market surveillance systems. As with all complex systems, the best way to know your system is working the way you want it to, and not in the ways you don't, is to test it thoroughly. What are the challenges when testing market surveillance systems? Market surveillance systems are complex systems that may include a set of interconnected subsystems, including real-time and static trading data, market data, and other structured and unstructured data, complex processing, analytics, and a tool to analyze and display data and alerts. While the adoption of market surveillance systems is now widespread, proper implementation and ongoing testing and calibration of these systems is a necessary step in making sure that they are achieving the underlying goal of the regulations that have driven their adoption, which may include enhancing market integrity and investor protection, detecting and deterring the use of or attempting the employment of manipulative or deceptive devices, price manipulation, or trading on the basis of non-material public information. Exactpro tests and automation approaches. Today we will highlight the challenges and the complexity of testing market surveillance systems connected to trading platforms, market data providers, and involving various data mining processes, alerting mechanisms, and having different degrees of process distribution complexity. Exactpro has tested a number of market surveillance systems across different markets and locations. Our expertise and experience include building and maintaining of test and regression libraries covering systems platforms end-to-end, automating the test process using proven tools and methodologies, building up a holistic approach encompassing the full cycle of market surveillance systems testing based on our experience of testing the world's leading trading, exchanges, and clearing platforms. Market surveillance systems are typically interconnected with numerous trading platforms. Market data feeds and news feeds, and the introduction or upgrade of any of those systems can seriously impact the effectiveness of the market surveillance platform. What are the benefits of testing and optimization? The optimization of market surveillance systems ensure that false positives and errors are minimized, meaning the monitoring team is able to be more efficient and hence are able to mitigate the cost and effort of the compliance team in testing. Ensure market regulatory requirements are met and documented. What are the challenges when testing a market surveillance system? Market surveillance systems are complex systems that may include a set of subsystems, including gateways that may connect to other systems like trading systems, market data providers, trade reporting systems, reference data systems, unstructured data, third-party data vendors, FX rates, and regulatory news announcements. It may also include a data enrichment module to produce internally calculated statistics, and may also include an analytics module, real-time and offline alerting engine to detect abusive market behavior and generate rules-based alerts, and may also incorporate machine learning and data mining, data repositories to store structured and unstructured data. These systems are then generally linked to a GUI that displays alerts, real-time monitoring dashboard, and market replays that can integrate third-party dashboards. How does Exactpro approach this testing? Exactpro focuses on automated testing and builds tools to support this approach. Sailfish is a tool used for end-to-end functional testing of the whole message flow in real time, starting with the injection of data into the upstream systems like the fixed gateway, and then receiving messages from the market surveillance system for comparison of the received message against the expected response. Where a system does not support real-time approach, a tool called Shusha is used to compare output from the market surveillance system with a previously verified data output. A data consistency test is also performed after each operational cycle of the system to compare messages from different endpoints of the market surveillance system. Alerts testing. One of the main purposes of market surveillance systems is the prevention and investigation of abusive, manipulative, or illegal trading behavior in the markets. There are a set of pre-configured patterns with known abusive behavior that help streamline regulatory compliance in this area. Market surveillance systems also contain modules that allow a user to create new patterns, adjust existing ones, and integrate them into the system. Some of the most common types of patterns include layering, spoofing, marking the close, wash trading, and front running. Exactpro performs the testing of the market surveillance system patterns to ensure that the actual results match the business requirements. The test stages here are the same as employing automated testing approach using the Sailfish test tool and test scenarios design based on the business requirements provided. Alerts testing, production data replay. But trust no one. The requirements may be wrong, or may not fully meet the ongoing behavior of the market, and as a result, the alert may behave abnormally. The most common samples of such anomalies are pattern thresholds that are not calibrated, benchmarks that may be wrong, false positive alerts are triggered. Here we need to look at adjusting the parameters, or we are missing something, false negatives. All of the above anomalies are common, especially when a new platform is designed from scratch. So what is the Exactpro approach here? We look at this as a data science challenge. We use data mining techniques to ensure that our analysts can see the number of alerts triggered with the updated pattern based on the production or synthetic data, and then we manage the quality of these alerts. The next generation of market surveillance systems, realizing the advantages of cloud computing services providers like AWS, Azure, and others, the financial industry and firms are now actively migrating their solutions, including market surveillance systems, into the cloud. Exactpro test harness tools are cloud-ready and can help clients to make the migration as smooth as possible. The financial industry is also actively leveraging machine learning and artificial intelligence techniques. An increasing number of companies tend to apply AI to market surveillance systems for smart market monitoring, prediction, fraud detection, and pattern recognition from data based on machine learning models instead of rules-based algorithms. So how can Exactpro help you? Exactpro can test your current system is performing as intended and calibrated to your firm's needs by testing and helping you optimize. Exactpro can test the subsystems and data used in your market surveillance system, and Exactpro can test your alerts to confirm the alert configuration match the firm's requirements. Exactpro has cloud-ready tools to help clients when they are migrating market surveillance systems into the cloud to make the transition as smooth as possible. If you have found this video helpful and have some questions, please don't hesitate to contact myself or one of the other Exactpro team at the details below.